Hi, Gordana here, and welcome to the summary of my inspirational messages for month April. Month April didn't have many individual messages because I have devoted this month to actually creating and presenting webinars, series of 4 webinars actually, under title Standing Firm While My World is Shaking. Now, these webinars are devoted to this specific time of crisis that we all globally went through during coronavirus. In addition, in my country, we also had a strong earthquake in the main capital, so these words were even more significant and more impactful. Number of you joined this webinar, and I'm very happy to share that I was able to contribute and support you in this period to pass with more ease and to help you raise your awareness how to handle it and how to release the stress and find something good in this. Now, I'm not gonna go into much detail, and for those interested, you can send me an email, and I'm gonna be repeating this program in a few weeks time. So if interested, please send me an email and I will note you down to my mailing list. But two main points I would like to emphasize. Well, first of all, when something like this of such a strong impact happens that causes us a feeling that we have a dark night of the soul coming upon us, it's not a question of whether this will happen to us. It is a question when it will happen, because we all have in our lives events of such power. For some of us, that was coronavirus. For other of us, it happened before, or we lost someone very dear to us. Maybe someone who left this body before their time at early and tender age, and we had difficulty facing it. For example, like our children. Or some of us lost our jobs or find some other issues like health issues or depression. Anything that was so impactful that we really felt that the dark night of the soul is happening to us. Now, because we know it will happen to every and each of us, what we can do in such a time? First of all, we decide that we will use it to the best. So if we need to go through something like that, we really want to get out of it the most we can get. There will be an initial period of shock and sadness and anger and all of that. And there is a specific support to help with that. But my point today is to say, when you are past that, start to look for good it brought you. Start to look for the lesson it came to teach you, because it did come to teach you a certain lesson. And the good that happened in it and lesson may be actually two different things. Now, take for example you were not happy with your job. And when something is happening in our life and pushing us, there are two ways we can react. One way is that we recognize it and we change it. So for an example of this unsatisfaction with job, we can start to look for another job, recognize what does not make us happy and try to correct these things. The other ways, we don't do it. We stay. We kind of submit, and what life will do is continue to push against this blockade. And eventually, this push of energy will create some sort of breakthrough. Now, this may be that life is actually intervening in ways that we were fired from our job, or something else happened. We, for example, got ill. But something sudden happens when we didn't take action ourselves, life will intervene. And when this happens, we're gonna experience it even with more difficulty. But regardless of how it happened, there will be something good in it. One of the good that come to mind is that suddenly you find yourself with more time on your hands. It is one of the good things that people are noticing relating to coronavirus. Suddenly people had more time to devote to their personal development or to time with their children. Now, another is lesson. And lesson may be notice your unsatisfaction until it actually break out in a full-size symptom. or anything that will be specific to you. There will be much more in the webinars, of course, but these were two main things I wanted to emphasize. So much from me for today.